The role of demons in the Cyber-Platonic Framework. The synthesis of Neoplatonism and emergentism, augmented with cybernetic principles, offers a compelling philosophical framework that integrates ancient metaphysical concepts with modern scientific insights. This hybrid approach provides a multi-layered understanding of existence, where the metaphysical and the empirical interlace to offer a comprehensive view of reality. By combining these philosophical perspectives, we create a system where metaphysical principles guide the formation and evolution of complex systems, and cybernetic feedback loops enhance the dynamism and adaptability of the framework. This innovative fusion suggests a philosophical model where the hierarchical structure of Neoplatonism and the bottom-up approach of emergentism coexist, supported by cybernetic mechanisms that facilitate information flow and feedback across different levels of existence. It allows for a nuanced exploration of the cosmos, where transcendence and immanence are interconnected through dynamic interactions and continuous feedback, reflecting a universe that is both ordered and evolving. In a complex cybernetic system inspired by Neoplatonic and emergent principles, the role of demons or fallen angels would align with disruptive elements or forces that challenge the system's harmony and alignment with higher principles. Here's how their role might be understood within such a framework. 1. Disruptive feedback. Demons or fallen angels could represent disruptive feedback within the system. They introduce distortions, noise, or negative influences that hinder the smooth flow of information and feedback loops. These disruptions can lead to disharmony and imbalance. 2. Distorted communication. These entities could serve as agents of distorted or misleading communication. Like corrupted data in a cybernetic system, they propagate false or harmful information, leading to misalignment and confusion within the system. 3. Entropy and disorder. Demons may symbolize entropy or disorder within the cybernetic system. They represent tendencies toward chaos, fragmentation, and disintegration, opposing the system's natural drive toward order and higher levels of organization. 4. Resistance to harmony. The role of demons could involve resisting efforts to maintain harmony and alignment with higher principles. They may challenge the guidance and control mechanisms, creating resistance to the system's optimization and evolution. 5. Disharmonious nodes. Within the system's network, demons could correspond to nodes that disrupt connections and create disharmonious linkages. They may interfere with the smooth flow of data and feedback, causing disruptions at various levels. 6. Subversion of intent. These entities might subvert the system's intended purpose or direction. In a cybernetic context, this role could be likened to malware or viruses that compromise the system's integrity and functionality. 7. Decoherence and distortion. Demons could introduce decoherence and distortion into the system's processes. They disrupt the coherent flow of information and the emergence of higher-order patterns and structures. 8. Resistance to evolution. The presence of demons could signify resistance to the system's evolutionary processes. They may impede the system's adaptive responses to feedback, hindering its progress toward more sophisticated states. 9. Erosion of unity. Demons might erode the sense of unity and interconnectedness within the system. Their actions could lead to fragmentation and isolation of components, weakening the system's overall coherence. 10. Chaos agents. In a cybernetic analogy, demons act as agents of chaos, promoting disorder and unpredictability. They challenge the system's ability to maintain stability and self-regulation. The concept of demons as disruptors in the Cyber-Platonic framework offers a fascinating lens through which to view the dynamics of emanation and emergence in a highly complex and interactive system like creation. In this context, demonic influences are not merely negative but serve as essential components that test, challenge, and ultimately contribute to the robustness and resilience of the system. This perspective aligns with some key themes in both cybernetics and philosophical or spiritual systems, testing limits and boundaries. Just as stress tests are crucial for understanding the limits of physical and software systems, demons test the boundaries and resilience of creation. They reveal weaknesses, provoke responses, and thus contribute to the system's evolution and strengthening, promoting evolution through adversity. In evolutionary biology, challenges and environmental pressures drive adaptation and progress. Similarly, the disruptive roles played by demons can be seen as forces that push the system toward necessary evolution, fostering development that might not occur in a completely harmonious environment. Illustrating the principle of dualism, many philosophical and spiritual traditions, including Neoplatonism, recognize dualism as a fundamental aspect of reality. By embodying the principle of opposition, demons represent the necessary counterbalance to the forces of order and harmony. This dualism is central for the dynamic balance that allows for the emergence of new, higher-order states, catalysts for integration and harmony. Paradoxically, the presence of disruptive elements might actually support the cybernetic goal of achieving higher integration and harmony. By identifying and resolving disturbances introduced by demons, the system may integrate more diverse components and achieve a more profound state of coherence, reflecting on ethical and moral dimensions. In a more applied sense, considering the role of demons invites reflection on the ethical and moral dimensions of creation. They challenge us to consider how our own creations interact with spiritual values and societal norms, prompting ongoing ethical engagement and vigilance. Thus, the role of demons, as conceptualized in this framework, highlights an intrinsic aspect of dynamic and adaptive systems, the necessity of disruption for growth, and the importance of opposition in achieving deeper systemic harmony and functionality.